Hello survivors and welcome to another Watcher of Realms video, and I thought I'd do a nice little video here, not just for you guys but also for myself, because I can look back at this in, the months to come. And this is my 30-day, end of 30-day kind of like review of my account, and also just my thoughts on the game. If we go into the daily sign-in, you can see I have just hit the 31st day this morning on the calendar. Cleared the entire first one, and yeah, I'm really enjoying the game so far. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm progressing. Obviously, it's nice to progress. I think I'll get to a point where less progression and more grind, but a lot of it's progression right now. So I guess I can just talk about certain parts of the game which I think are nice, and there's maybe some issues in certain parts of the game. For instance, this calendar has got some issues for me. Some of the stuff that's in here isn't useful when I actually get the chance to get it. So for instance, by day 21 or whatever it is, I don't necessarily need legendary gear as much anymore. And also in the second one, we do get a epic artifact pack here on whatever this would be, day like 40 basically. And I need mythic artifacts right now, so yeah, some of this stuff is not amazing, but the rest of it looks actually pretty good. Maybe you could argue that by day like 150 plus, you don't necessarily need epic skill dust, but who knows, there could be some decent epics that come out in the future and you may not have as much, I don't know. But yeah, and that's the only thing I'd argue for in there, but otherwise I think that side of things is actually pretty good. I have been focusing a little bit on the story mode. I haven't been going too crazy on it, and I'm doing pretty well. I'm quite close to getting the legendary, who is Volker, I believe. And, I could have pushed it harder. I could probably have done it in, like, I don't know, probably done it by day 20, 25 or something like that if I went all in on this. But I was pretty relaxed on it. I'm trying to enjoy the game. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. And I'm at stage 16 here. I kind of haven't done the promotions for, like, 5 days. So, like, this has just been sat here. Because I haven't needed to do them, but I kind of might have to do them this week, so yeah, we'll probably get this done, and that's just the way it is. But yeah, I think this is actually a really cool idea with the story stuff. Getting effectively, this would be a lot of people's first mythic artifact for a lot of people, but yeah, I'm not too mad. The sub-story stuff, I'm not sure. I just kind of let this happen as it happens naturally. Yeah, you can kind of see that. We'll see where my progression is in the other parts of the game first. If we go into raids, you can see resource raid, obviously we've got 7 on both. Farming the top stuff, 100% both, not much of an issue. It's become faster since I've got some of my new characters, so I'm pretty happy there. Promotion raid, I think I'm good on everything up to like extreme. Some I've actually done extreme on, some I haven't. Except the endurance one. Here's the mages, which is, like I say, pretty decent. And here is melee attack, which is pretty decent, which is kind of surprising. My melee was pretty bad for a while, but this one is not great. I haven't done, like, push this, but it's because, for mixed reasons, I don't actually have any good protectors, or defenders, should I say, or healers. And so I haven't had to really push this to get those guys geared up. So, I mean, if I get one, like a legendary, I would do that, but I haven't got a legendary defender or healer, so it's just the way it goes. I'll probably get around to doing that at some point, but at the moment, not really that much of a priority. What else do we look at next? Faction trial. I've just been doing it. I don't think this really affects the game as a whole. You just kind of get some rewards down the bottom, which is nice. I've been doing it every day, but I haven't been really pushing it too much. If I can, get to a certain stage, if I can push on to the next stage, I will. But I'm not too bothered. I'm not too bothered about that. Same sort of thing. If I can get on to the next stage, I will. But yeah, like I say, not too bothered. What else have we got here? Artifact material raid. This one I've struggled with a little bit, but I haven't had the greatest melee characters. I need to get on to the next ones. So I need to get on to like 13, so at least get minor drops of the flawless stuff, so I can get obviously mythic artifacts, which are quite important. Getting some nice mythic artifacts is nice. I have got a couple of them already. I have been lucky and gotten a really good one, which is the Scarlet Hunt one, which I'll show you right now. If we go to my roster, I have put it on Deimos, who I got at the weekend, and I need to just obviously tear this up. I need more, but I probably would spread them around first and then start tearing them up. But this has been fantastic for him on Guild Boss. He is amazing on Guild Boss. The other characters in my roster, I did recently get AoE Mage, so I've started to progress here a little bit. And I think this one's pretty good for him. The Terra Starlight, I've seen some people talk about that one's good for him, so I kind of got fortunate having some decent ones, I guess, for these characters. The bad situation now for my account is kind of like gear. I need to start farming gear quite heavily. I have obviously opened up access to mythic gear on all of the gear raids, so I need to start farming better gear. Get off the legendary, get onto the mythic, and yeah, I need to actually equip gear to some characters as well, and pretty much as simple as that. If we look at the gear raid situation, I think I'm up to 13 here. I kind of think I should be able to progress a little bit further. I maybe need one more AoE mage to really get things done properly. I'm using Lightlock at the moment, and I know he's going to have some tweaks, so that's going to be an issue. If I can get the dominance thing like up to 15 with Lightlock, at least I can just get some extra stats when I rerun it with a different team. Gear Raid 2, again, not got any tanks or healers, like the good tanks or good healers. Kind of just using a couple of epics. I don't even have like Vortex, so you can take massive damage on this. So yeah, like I can't really use like characters like Wrath to stop lines very easily, just because they will get wrecked. They're getting absolutely decimated a lot of the time. But I mean, I progressed into the mythic drop, so I'm not too upset about that. And then this one's probably the best one I've done so far, just because I had piercers. I could probably get 15 done now, but I haven't really been pushing hard at the gear raids recently. And I just realized this is Aatrox, the new character. I wonder if they just updated the visuals here. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's the progress on gear raids. I think that's the progress on pretty much everything here except Guild Boss, which I have actually had a really good team on for the entirety of Guild Boss, because I got piercers very early. I had Silas and Calypso within the first like week to 10 days of playing, so I was doing pretty good on Guild Boss from quite early on. I did an attack this morning, and I can auto fight that again. I will flee this attack just because I don't want to have 2 Nightmare 1 attacks in. But you can kind of see what I do. I take 5 characters from the Wrath group, sell 2, get the buffs onto Demos, Komodo, and Wrath, and then just unleash hell, basically. Unleash hell. Cetrum's been really good because he obviously removes the shields. I don't have to worry about the shield at all when Cetrum ult comes up. The timing of this is not great, unfortunately, but it doesn't really make much difference. Lots of damage, but the healers are the problem. I'm using a rare healer here, who's okay, but obviously it'd be better if I was using like a good top tier legendary healer. Same with Hollow, she's okay, but I think I just need better healers. Before I needed an AoE mage, now I need healers, and that's just kind of the way it goes. So yeah, I mean these melt through. You can see Demos just going crazy. I did decide to completely boost Demos up to Awaken 5 with the gems or the crystals or whatever you want to say, and I think it was well worth it. We'll just go to the score that I did earlier this morning, and you can see that he got 7.5 million, which is more than my Calypso and Silas, which is obviously great. The character he replaced, I think, got 1 to 1.5, so I'm getting like a 6 million boost from Demos being maxed. He needs better gear though. He has got that Scarlet Hunt item that I showed you guys. Let's find that. Here he is. So he has got the Scarlet Hunt item, which is great with Komodo. I could probably use someone else's Salazar if I wanted to really get a nice boost as well. So I might try and do that on like Nightmare 2 or something like that. But his gear situation is not great. His gear situation is not great. So I need to start farming gear now. That's pretty much it. I'm still got like purple gear here. It's a little bit embarrassing. This is just not what I have actually put time into. I put time into like other progression, and I mean, like, I'm just honestly just having fun. If we go to the campaign, you can see that I have completed normal. I'm pretty much on the way to completing hard. I probably could get to the end of hard. I think the last stages would be pretty difficult, and I'm like halfway through expert, which isn't too difficult at the moment. The 6 character requirement is annoying, but I've got some pretty decent characters for that 6 requirement now. I also did progress a little bit in Void Rift today. If we go in here, I was stuck at like 30% for ages, and now I'm up to 63%. I think it's going to be a little while to... I mean, I could probably beat this boss. I'm probably going to have to mess around a little bit, but we'll see if I can be bothered to do it today. Because I only just progressed today after getting Kamet. So, and he's been great. He's been fantastic. I really needed an AoE mage. I probably need someone else to back him up a little bit, but he has been amazing. And I pulled him in my last video, if you haven't seen that. I try and like record all my pulls. I'm not sure, have I got a little summon here? I might have one. Hoo-hoo. Let's see if we can get really fortunate. You were here, folks. No. That's a no. Dag, no. We get a Lord. I guess that's going to give us some extra points in the current event. That's about it. But yeah, I think I'm quite close to my next pity. Maybe 140 in or something like that. Maybe 120. So yeah, on the way to progressing there. Today, I'm going to be farming Gear Raid 1. Haven't done too much on the Lost Legacy. Ends in 22 hours. I left it to the last day because I saw the events were starting up and we had Brave Conquest, so I was like, I do 2 at the same time. Why not? Why not? But yeah, that's the little end of this video. Or maybe I'll look back at this video in a few months, see where I am. I might do this at the end of every like calendar month on the signing. So for instance, like day 61, day 91, and just see like the progress. It'll be interesting if I can remember to do that. We'll see. If you saw anything I was doing or talked about and you're like, hey, maybe do it this way, feel free to leave a comment down below about your thoughts. And like I say, I like to listen to what other people have to say. It's a learning game after all, and any tips and stuff I'm happy to listen to. But that is the end of my video today, guys. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe. Thank you very much if you already have. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.